One more quick short video, because it's just, right when I put my book away, I think of something. So, it's all about why I don't believe we have 12 months. I think 12 months are bullshit, guys. I don't think that we should abide by those. I think we should abide by the lunar cycle. I do believe we should go by, the equinoxes and solstices, and how things aren't always on the same day, because things bounce around. It reminds me of the story of April Fool's Day. Do you guys know the story of April Fool's Day and why we have an April Fool's Day? It's because whenever Rome decided to enforce some calendar system that says that our year starts on January 1st, okay? Capricorn. January 1st was the beginning of the new year, okay? One day someone decided that. But everyone else used to be like, used to the old calendar. And they used to be like, well, no. The beginning of the new year is the beginning of the springtime when the crops start to grow. So that's anywhere from March 20th to March 23rd. Okay? It moves around every year, guys. Okay, here's an example. Here's an example of 2016, okay? These are the 2016 equinoxes and solstices. Okay, there's the spring, summer, fall, winter. Okay, those are the dates and those are the times in GMT. Okay? Now they can move around every year to year. You go look it up on the internet. Lots of charts about this, okay? So, that means that the important dates always line up with the moon. Okay? Because females are worth more than males, okay? And you have a 28-day menstrual cycle, okay? Anyways, it's in 13 months. So, I know this is broken into 14, guys. That's cool, because there's 14 signs. But I'm just saying that I don't think we should abide by the Roman calendar, okay? I think the Roman calendar is just, indoctrination and lies. I think the truth, you know what they called them? You know what April Fools happened? Is because the day that the year that they switched to here, and like the year after, and the year after, and the year after, people were like, no, we have to be part of the collective, guys. We have to be part of the collective of Rome, and go by the Rome rules, and this is the start of the new year, and then there used to be the truthers back in the day. They're like, no, guys. The beginning of the new year is the spring, when the growing season happened. So, a week later, when the people that were like indoctrinated would be going around and they'd be laughing at these guys who were like a week later still thinking it's the beginning of a new year. What's a week later, guys? That'll be March 27th. Or, March 30th or whatever. Like the end of March, alright? Okay, like the end of March going into April. And that's why around the 1st of April, they made a day. Rome made a day to laugh at the truthers back in the day who thought that the beginning of the year was the beginning of the growing season. Which makes perfect fucking sense to me. So they called them April Fools. So even back then, the truthers got shunned. And they got made fun of and ridiculed for their beliefs. Freedom of speech my ass, guys. You abide by the collective or you're cast out. April Fool's Day. Look at this, guys. This is the start of the year. Okay? In Aries. Now, I think that our 12-month calendar system created by Rome is bullshit. And we should be going by the cycles of the moon. And since we don't have a standard for naming convention of these lunar cycles, okay? Because they're going to move around, guys, with the solstices and the equinoxes. Okay? I think we should get rid of that calendar system. And people should know more about astrology. People should know more about Bucksfanian astrology. Okay? And not everything has to be on repeat mode, guys. Okay? Like Christmas, like just for an example, doesn't always have to... New Year's Eve, okay, guys, is not always December 31st if you're going on a lunar cycle. Because this doesn't make sense on a lunar cycle, okay? New Year's Eve is the, March 19th, Just like when everyone's like waiting in their houses and it's freezing cold and it's winter and stuff like that, especially here in Canada, it's like you can't do shit, can't do shit, can't do shit. Hey, look, we can start to do shit. It's the start of a new growing year. It's the start of a new year. Okay? April Fools. That's where April Fools comes from, guys. And I think if we don't abide by the lunar cycles, guys, by the lunar cycles, okay, the lunar calendar, I think we miss out on a lot of important energy dates, okay, where planetary alignments make sense, okay, because the planets are rotating and they're doing their thing, and the sun is doing its thing. The sun is only like 35,000 miles above the Earth, okay, guys? Being real here. So the luminaries are doing their thing and they're doing their dance, okay? But we're supposed to follow Jesus, okay? Jesus always had the moon behind his head. You try to Google Jesus with the moon behind his head and they're removing all the goddamn pictures, guys. They're trying to erase shit. They're trying to erase truth. Fucking Rome. Your Pope. Okay, guys? So all I'm saying is that we should be more conscientious to the luminaries and the cycles they take, and when there's a planetary alignment or when there's a conjunction between planets and all that stuff, that's when the energies and the frequencies that vibrate on Earth are stronger. Okay? And if you connect with your spirit and the 5 chakras that are outside your flesh and the 7 that are inside your flesh, and you want to make an alignment with your chakras, I think the lunar cycles are pretty important because the moon is the last luminary before heaven. Okay? Here's your icosahedron, which was created by Pluto, and then you have, then the firmament was created. So here's your solids, okay, and then your liquids and your gases of our atmosphere, of all the ionospheres and all the different spheres. But then in the firmament, we're going to have Pluto, Neptune, Uranus, and all the way down. And the final luminary is going to be the moon. And the moon is going to have its own sphere, celestial sphere. And then heaven will be the infinitesimal dot, which is actually, when you blow it up, a square-based pyramid octahedron. Okay? Where all light comes from. Okay? In our 12D Earth with our 6D heaven light source. Okay? So if we want to connect more with our higher self and stuff, we should be respecting the lunar cycles. Okay? And the dance that the luminaries do. Okay, guys? And what are they doing? They're fucking with our luminaries. There's shit going on with the sun. Okay, guys? There's like holographic technology and whatnot. Go check out Richie from Boston's YouTube page. Richie from Boston. Yeah, he's got some interest. He likes to follow the sun. He's not just him. There's lots of other people. There's Steve Coyle, I think, or there's a bunch of other people that are following the luminaries, guys, and they're getting suppressed, okay? They're having their work be censored, okay? By Rome, guys, by YouTube, by the Pope. All I'm talking about on this channel is connecting with my higher self and aligning my chakras and becoming one with Earth. And I think if we want to become one with everything in Earth and everyone in Earth, I think it's important to understand the 12 chakras, okay? I think it's pretty important to understand the 13 months in the lunar year. And I think it's pretty important to understand the 14 zodiac signs. Okay, guys? How about you? What do you think of this? Okay?